Hey, welcome back. So I'm definitely going cold turkey. I've never played these scenarios because, as I mentioned, it's almost impossible to reset the campaign. Um, there we go. We're going to do the World's Fair, whatever that is. Pause it right away. You have to complete urgent city requests to access the city. And it was pointing to this. So I'm assuming the red background means that it's urgent. So they demand glass and iron. And the things behind it, as you can see, are locked. You can't deliver passengers. You can't deliver the objectives, right? There's 3 objectives, and they're all right here in Paris. So I got to get iron and glass there, top priority, and then everything else unlocks. So this is Paris having a World Fair, it looks like. And just zooming in real quick, the only gripe I have is they're introducing 3 new types of goods that I have no idea what they are. It looks like coins, marble, and I don't know what that jade looking thing is. And of course we have iron and glass. That part I do get. So by hovering over it, you can see there's a hub of things. So let's see what we got down here. We got the iron, of course, and that needs iron ore and coal. This one demands iron and iron ore and coal, so it demands all 3. Here's our iron ore, so we got that covered, but where's the coal? Way over here. So we got this weird triangle thing. And the thing I got to be careful of is I want my trains to be elegant so they're not colliding with each other. And they do give us a free bridge right here. That's just cool. And then here looks like marble, but I gotta pay 55,000 to unlock that. But bear in mind, that's an end game thing. So early game, I gotta get this doodad, and to there, and then deliver this to there. That's gonna be interesting with only 1 bridge. We may have some signal problems. Here looks like the coins. It's another, just pay 55 grand, deliver it. And whatever that is, oh, exotic plants. So that one is not accessible to us. We got to pay 30 grand, which I'm assuming is going to unlock all of this. And then you can see there's some passengers there, and they will take glass. But that'll get us the exotic plants. What's this? It doesn't tell us because it's not finished. All right, and then to make glass, we need sand, which is over here. And they demand glass. And of course, they have passengers. Alright, this is convoluted. And after I deliver the glass to here, I could stop if I wanted to. I got the problem of I'm going to have track go in this way, and this one needs track to go that way. So we have like the classic intersection issue. I could try to make this track, go behind. I also have the issue of going over water. Okay. I have 102,000 to start. That sounds like a lot, but it's not. I can spend 30 to unlock a whole bunch of passengers here. Get some passenger action going just for the money. The problem is I'm spending 30 and then at least 10,000, so that's 50. And then a train for 15,000, that'd be 65,000 of my 102 just to get passengers going, and none of that has anything to do with my goal. I have to complete 2 more city requests. That's these. So the white background ones. So yeah, I do have to deliver to these cities that aren't very important. And you know what? I actually could do passenger here to here without unlocking this. It's more train noise with this bridge nonsense. That bridge thing is going to be interesting. We are allowed 8 trains. We have to earn 680,000. We have to do it all by 1895, which doesn't seem very long. So my thoughts on this is, I'm trying to decide, like, how much can I... Like, if I try to get this iron thing going right away... I mean, this is simple enough. This will give me $1,000 a pop. But then I gotta start delivering that glass, or otherwise... the sand... This will only hold so much sand. I don't have to worry about bridges on this one. So I could do this early. Yeah, this is definitely the right play to start. Later in the game, I gotta figure out how to use these 2 cities to go around things. Although St. Denis may not be as important as this is. Alright, let's start by... Do I want to go in the behind or in the front? If I do behind, the track is going to be close. It's going to make it harder for me to come across the water and then, you know, be able to do something. So I'm going to do front. And then I'm going to do that front. And we're going to get to track. So that was about 30,000. And then I want to get... I have to get a station in Paris. Now this is going to be where it gets interesting. Where do I want the station to go? Do I want it to be this way? That way? Or down here? I'm concerned if I do this, can I build more stations that go over the Capitol building? I'll put it here. And then this one I'm going to put here. Do I dare to go straight across the map like that? I guess I will. Alright, and then I'm going to build just one train. Load. Unload. Load. Unload. And we're going to do wait to load. Then I'm going to load. Unload. Load, unload, load, unload. And we want the train speed. And I'm down to 18 grand. That might be all I can do. It'll cost me 10 to get this up. Now that's another interesting one. Where do I want this to go? I'm tempted to say here, but we could do that. Or that. Let's do that. And if I did track... That went to there. That's 2,000. 33.5. 11.5. Let's go ahead and start. This one only has 4 passengers. $18.89, huh? Of course, it's taken a while because we have to wait for the sand to produce. But this is the right call. Having an empty train just going down the track is... I mean, this game doesn't have train maintenance costs. Which, that's what I meant by, like, more serious games have other things you have to worry about. But man, it is a beautiful game. It's expensive no matter how I cut it. Now the double run of sand to there is to let the glass start building up at the industry. Because every time he comes to the industry, you want the glass to be available. So he delivered the 5 sand, you have the 5 glass available. He's delivering 5 more sand. He's going to take the 5 glass that's already there. And then, you know, while he's gone, 5 more glass is going to get produced. That's the idea. And we're delivering to Argentelt, or however you pronounce that Argenteuil, because it's closer. I know Paris needs it urgently, but we're dealing with the quicker money here. And boom, we got ourselves a route, and I can even get another train going. I guess I should do a little zippy here. And we can load, unload, and unload. And we'll have to add the other guy later. The specialist. Like, how on earth am I going to deliver a lot of this stuff to Paris? I have no idea. Guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's get the revenue going here. So these passengers are gonna get us what, 3 grand, 2,500, 2 grand each. This one has the 10% speed bonus. I think the 10% speed bonus would probably be better on a guy like this, but it's okay. I still want this thing to move as fast as possible, because he's just got a lot of traveling he has to do his various things. We basically have one train doing all this, which I think is the right call. So we're up to 13 grand. So now we're going to add the passenger income. Alright, we're at 1888. Next thing I got to do is I got to get this industry going. The coal is the most problematic because I got to somehow go from here to there. And I'm assuming I can use signals to cross, like, intersections. This one's not going to be so bad. And then, like, the fact that he takes coal and iron, it's interesting, but I don't think we want to take advantage of that at all. And then the other mistake that I made in the past is I want to go to here. So it'd be tempting to reuse this track and then go through this. The problem is this guy, if he wants to go this way, and this guy wants to go this way, there's no resolution. You almost need like a loop around. You don't almost need one, you need one. Alright, we're at 27 grand, so let's get this figured out. I think we're gonna do here. No, I'm gonna do here. And let's see if we can have bridges that go like that. That's 81, 73, 41, 49. I'm assuming I can't have a bridge that goes there. I eventually need to get this one to go through, but we'll worry about that later. Here we go. Oh, I don't even have the 33,000, that's why. Let's get this built. Just so we could start producing. The double sand drop-off, I don't think I need to do that anymore. I got it to a point where there's always a surplus of glass there now. So as soon as this guy finishes dropping off, we'll go and delete that out of his route. Man, we still got a lot to do. Okay. So he loads sand, unloads it, and then loads sand and unloads. We're going to delete those, and now he's going to deliver the glass to here, deliver sand again, and then glass to here, and then he's good. Alright, so let's do the bridge again. This was a cheaper bridge. And only 5,000. That's only 1,000. So now the trick is getting through to here. I don't want to go through the station, I don't think. Oh, you know what? I probably could go through the station now. That's 4,000. Oh, I don't have the 6,000. I do need... I need 5,000 to get another train. These bigger trains are going to unlock soon. But right now I just need 5,000 to get this going. Load and unload. And I need to get signal there as well. So now the question is, I can have 5 more trains. If I have this train going here, I think this is too short. So he's going to be dedicated going to here as well. And the problem I have, it's like, what's this guy's issue? First of all, drive there and wait for full load. What specialist do I have? I have a bonus car and freight income. So if I do something like this, how do I get through those woods? Yeah, that's not going to work. I needed 15 grand. There we go. This is getting problematic. Because I spent the 15 grand to do this, but if I build a second station here, it's going to go that way. I need a way for this guy to be able to drive this way and this guy to be able to drive that way. If they're both wanting to go the same direction, it's not going to work. So what I could do... I mean, I could do that. So then the signal has to go here. And that one just needs to go away. And let's buy a train. I gotta do 5,000 for now. Here to here. Right? Then here to here. Here to there.
Hot.
Alright, so upgrade the passenger one to the 3-car. This is already done. Alright, so we seeded this with some ore. Now we can go in and delete the first redundant one. And then number 3 here. See, like, he should be going on his own. Okay, he is. Good, good, good. We do got to get delivery to here. That is going to require some extra magic. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to move this up like so and have it deliver like that. So those go there. And then this little dude here, we're going to change the unload for the ingots. Or should we change the unload for the ingots? We probably need to prioritize this. And so we need to change him to be, currently he's here, and see he's going to go there. We're going to change him to this one. So this guy has to drive all the way through, and that passenger dude's going to have to wait here to let him through. We're going to have a bit of a traffic jam here, but this is going to work. I don't know what his problem is here. Alright, so we're at 40 grand. Man, that's going to cost 55 grand just to do. So, like, this annoys me. Probably because I don't have a traffic signal here. That's what it was. Because he's holding him up. Yep, and then he goes. Yep, it's working, it's working. It's working! Alright, we're up to 53 grand. 59 grand. This is the most congested area, but we could try to get this one going first. Or we can unlock this for 30 grand, and I can get another passenger train going. I got 4 more trains I can do. Thing is, this is not necessary. I mean, that is. We'll get that built. Let's have it start producing. So now this is where it gets interesting. Do I just try to reuse track again, which I think is too much? I could maybe reuse this track, because the coal train is not always going across the bridge. That's an interesting conundrum. We're up to 32 grand. So how do I want to do it? The other way to do it is cross here and then go behind everything. Yeah, you know what? I think we definitely want to get another station there. And look at this. This guy with the glass. He needs to go there. No, he can't. So then he needs to go there. So what's happening is this one doesn't take glass anymore because I don't have the ore delivered. So what I just did is I made this go to his own dedicated spot. Because yeah, we are going to build another bridge. So bizarre. That's also bizarre. This is delayed a little longer than it should have been. We're at 1892. This is bad. But I don't have enough money going here. And here you can see I don't have enough ore. This guy should be, yeah, he's going to be delivering to Paris. We should have upgraded him to an octopus a long time ago. I might run out of time. With it already being 1892. Again, and that happened again. So we need to go back to there. Now this one should come up and stop. And you see the red light. I mean, it's really cool. It actually shows you what the intention is. This should do the trick, and there it is. So now the glass and whatnot are still allowed. And then, first thing we do is get an octopus, we load, and then we unload, and we're going to increase freight income, and go. And then we can get this for 55. Gotta get a train station going so it can start producing. So now this is red, which makes sense. Because he needs to wait for the coal to go through. And coal just always has the right of way. And it should turn green. Or I need to put another signal in. That's the part I need to figure out. There we go. That does the trick. No, no, stop! This should not have happened. And that is because I needed that. passenger train. There, that'll help there. And I don't know how I was missing one here. Alright, we got that going. So now we have to do I need 30,000 to unlock the final spot. It's 1893. I am very concerned. Getting the 3,000 though helps. Alright, so that unlocked everything. Obviously this is a nice spot, but I gotta ignore that for now. We have to get this one going for 10. Yeah, I gotta get a bridge, which is gonna be expensive. 57,000. 41,000. Oof. And look at this nonsense. Dang it. So how do I fix this? This guy went through. I can't fix it. They're both sharing the same track. So what I can do there we go. It's getting expensive because I'm plowing through Paris. I could do that for 13, but then we're interfering with stuff. Like, this is going to be a huge problem. These two trains are going to conflict now. Ay, ay, ay. I don't even need the glass guy anymore, but load, unload, load, unload. So that's train 4. Can't find a route because of this. Oh no. Okay, what's going on? Why is it being so stubborn? Look at this nonsense. One, two, three, four, five, six.
Huh.
Technically, I don't need to do the iron to here anymore. In fact, I need to do iron to here if I want to get a gold. Oh. gonna have him stop. Because I need this guy to be priority. Go, dude. See, it's 1895. I already failed. So I'm not going to get the third star here. Close. This is definitely doable. I probably wasted a bit too much time in the beginning. I'm still learning how to do these tracks in a way where the signals don't ruin my day. I mean, I clearly had issues where this signal way up here doesn't stop him from trying to cross the bridge while this one tries to go that way. It's a matter of money, because having more stations costs a lot of money. You could always have one station and just have multiple tracks, but then the bridges are expensive too. So that's another factor. Oh, pause. I want to do this. I'm one short. Which is fine. That's going to allow me to get a gold. I think if this game is like most other games like this, I can try to just complete it by 1895. I don't have to worry about the other gold medals anymore, because I already earned those. So yeah, this is going to be 2 golds instead of 3. Sorry, I had to pause there. We'll speed it up. We're basically at a point where I'm going to get my 2 golds, and that's it. So it should end. Alright, so I'm going to hit finish so I can at least get my 2 golds. And I'm assuming that, yeah, see, we are at level 6, so it gave us Hush for free. But if I spent 2 of my gold there, I have 4 left, so this is just a better version of him. And that doubles train acceleration rate. That's an interesting one. If you're doing a lot of stopping and starting, that's where this guy will help. Obviously, the Yardmaster doesn't get improved. This guy doesn't get improved ever. But see, the passenger income is now even better. Now, I could be wrong, but if I redo this mission, I don't think I get to use the level 6 techs, because they don't get available until a certain year. But anyways, we're at 56 minutes. I don't know about you, but I want to get the third one. So I got to figure out how to do it faster. And my logic is, I think I was too perfect in the beginning. And I mean this not in an egotistical way. I meant that I only had one train delivering the glass, and it took a really long time to do. And if I try to invest multiple trains, maybe, I could have one delivering the sand and the other one delivering the glass, and the money is going to roll in quicker because I got two trains delivering things for money instead of one, you know, just taking turns doing stuff. But at the same token, I was accomplishing that by doing the passenger route, which turned out to be unnecessary clutter. Because this city here doesn't need to go to Paris ever. And this path here was actually causing a lot of problem. So I think the passenger route, if I'm going to do one, needs to go to Dennis. So between Dennis and Argenteuil, I can do a passenger route there. And then also have a glass route, you know, etc. The focusing on this stuff later in the game, it seemed like it was the right call. It's just that because I have to unlock both of these, it did end up, that also became problematic. Having the coal go through to get to here and everything else needs to go through this way was a problem. Largely because I wanted to use that bridge. And I would love to resolve it by, oh gosh, has time been going? I think it has. May 1887, is that when it started? Yep, time was going. That whole time I was talking, months were just ticking by. I just don't know with the money I have, I could use this bridge, so the coal mine could use this bridge to get to here. That's not a problem. And then the issue then becomes, do I have to build another bridge to get to Paris, or do I try to have all the traffic go across that bridge? That's the problem. The little trick we did here was really nice to get across this way. And I can have this city put its stations down here, so that way we could come straight across without having to worry about stations at all. We can go down this way to get to this station, but we're going through here just to do traffic. I do like that. We can set this up so we're delivering to here and to here. The question is because that costs 30 grand, and I probably need to use at least 2 trains. So that's 10 more grand, so that's 40. This would be 50, 60, 70, 80. We're talking 90 grand, and that's not even laying track. It's just too much. So I need to make money without doing this. So here we're talking 10, 20, 30, 40 grand to be delivering glass to all these places. That would make it 70. 2 trains make it 80. Then we have track. I think we could do it. So did I like this? Yes, I did. I also think that would work, but this is not a problem. So we'll do 10 grand there. 10 grand there. This I think this is fine for 10. Now the Paris thing is interesting. We went here This ended up being super expensive to go through. We could go here. Or even up there, but I think this is still the best call. Let's make sure we can get our track in play. I mean, that's already 10 grand. We're at 44. $31. Yeah, so I can't afford to buy this anyways. But I think I like this way better. And we'll do what I originally proposed. We're going to do a train that just does nothing but load and unload sand. And then we're going to do another train that does nothing but load and unload, and then load and unload. And we're going to do wait for load. And we're going to give this guy... Oh, see, look, all of our guys are here. So we have the weaker version and the better version. So that upgrades the speed by 10. And that's by 15, but he's 30 grand. Oof. Alright, well... We could do the increase the freight income by 20%, because in the early game is when you need to really make the money. So I think we want to do that.
Huh.
All right, so we're going to start him. Let's go back to train 1, and we have to also wait for a load with him. And I think I got to go ahead and start with this. So this will get us, I think, money quicker. I definitely don't need to be faster or anything with this first train. The one that's doing the sand is a little redundant, and at some point we can just delete all these trains. We don't need to be delivering glass and all that stuff at some point, but for now, though, it's money making, so we're definitely going to do that. And I need to think about, okay, what's my next venture? This is 30 grand. And my thoughts is that I could go straight from here to there. And there's just this little bit of track that they're going to overlap on. That's the one thought. Then we can get passenger income. And it's like it's real quick, back and forth. So it's not as, I mean, this was nice as well, but it's using the precious bridge, which we need for every other train. And I just realized I need that. And I need, train 2 to drive to there. I need him to get out of the station. And now I'm going to have train 2 go back to there. Okay, so we're up to 16 grand. I mean, that's just enough to build one station somewhere. I have to spend that 30 grand no matter what. It's just that early in the game, that's a expensive thing to do just to get passengers going. Whereas with this, it's just 10 grand and I'm reusing track that I'm already using for other purposes. That's perfect. So he was able to load the glass just in time for that. So yeah, we're gonna get some extra money. He's gonna get 20 whatever 100 for his thing. There we go. We're rolling in some money. This guy won't have to wait as long because it's already producing. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. This beginning is so slow. And this guy's going to take a lot longer to drive because I don't have the direct route like I did before. I still think it's going to be okay. My concern is when I build this passenger route, what's going to happen? And there's a part of me that's like, well, maybe I should get a second station here. But man, that's a lot of money for a second station for a city that's not that important. So we're going to try it. And my thoughts are, is the reason I built this train this way is I could reuse the track. The thing is later in the game, the money is more free-flowing. So, you know, making track efficient for later, sort of counterproductive. We are going to get 2, 4, 6, 8 grand. Yeah, actually, because we get the bonus money, we're going to get a lot more. Alright, so we're at 18. So let's get this in play. And then the track costs. If I wanted to join there is 9,500. Or we could just spend 13. Alright, then we're gonna get some signals in. Oh no. I don't have the 500. Come on. Well, we can still do the signals. What's this guy's problem? And you could argue that maybe we should just be doing last delivery to this city instead of trying to go to Paris, because I can make money quicker. I think there's a strong argument to be made there. Alright, so now we got that. Let's get another train. And then the passenger revenue. I need 20 grand if I want to do the 40%. Do the 30%. See, like, that's a red light. Makes total... Oh, no. That's a red light. That's an orange light. I don't know what the orange light necessarily means. And now it's green. And the problem we have is when this unlocks, they won't take glass until the other industry happens. We're up to 17,000. Man, I just have so much more I need to do. Oh, I see. That's a delivery goal. Okay, so the glass delivery train can't go to Paris anymore. And we're going to make him go here. Because he still has a glass on him. So we should start rolling in some money here. And I want to do... We'll do that. Alright, so they're all waiting. This is good. He has the green light, because that will stop him from going... That worked perfectly. upgrade our train. I need 30,000 to build this bridge, so it's going to be a bit. I do like we're finally making some decent money. 33,000. As soon as that passenger train delivers, we'll have it. All right. We're almost there. So the problem about this I gotta get this industry going, but I want to get a second station here. We need to go to this one. Oh. Alright, we got enough. $11,500. Yeah, that doesn't work. $18,950. We'll just brute force it. So we could have, like, if the ore starts to pile up because this guy's moving quicker, we could start having him deliver to this city as part of his route. I did add my train, right? Oh, it's paused for some reason. Start. Okay, we're up to 42. It's 1890. I could start delivering glass back here again, but there's no reason to. This is actually just quicker. Because he'll buy as much as I'm willing to sell. If anything, what I should be doing is this. And then I can do that. And that should clear up. I mean, what I could also just enforce it. There we go. So now we got dedicated passenger. And if I really want to get bonkers here, I do this. And then I do that and that. Buy another train. Let's go here, here, and then back. And let's add a specialist. Yeah, that's gonna work. So now we're gonna get more money quicker. We're already at 5. So we're up to 61. And this is where, as soon as this delivers, I don't even need to be delivering iron ore anywhere. So that's how I can get some trains back, although I could still deliver here. Then I could just reuse all the track to deliver the stuff that needs to be delivered. Ah, I see what's happening. Why do they do this? It's not working. I don't need specialists. Let's just go. Okay, so why can't this dude find a route? Because he's on the wrong... What the heck? Load. Unload. Start. They keep putting him on this track when this is the only track that goes there. Alright, that is just dumb. So then I'd have to do some weird... that kind of shenanigans. Alright, that was a weird sidetrack. Need 55 grand. We're almost there. Okay, why are you both stopping? That going. And this one can't stop. Go. There's no reason to stop. Oh, now they're... Look at this. Now it's using the correct track. All right, 59,000. Alright, I gotta find a train that I'm no longer gonna use. The coal train. Why are you paused? There's no reason to pause. So the copper one or the iron ore one, I'm gonna sell him. And because time is of the essence, I need to pause. And we're gonna come here and buy a train. An octopus. We're gonna load, unload, and increase the speed by 30. So I need to put that there. And then this passenger train. Increase passenger by 40. Alright, we're halfway there, 1893. We're getting it done. This one should finish. So we just got one last one to go at 1893. How full is he? He just needs one more. Off he goes. $18.94, and then boom, we're gonna clear it with ease and style. So the difference is the start. Just too much diddly-dallying in the beginning, and there you go. We got our 3 stars. That is much more satisfying. All right, thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.